Hey, this is Matt Reisinger
and Jordan Smith with The Build Show.
We're here at the International Builder Show taking a look at what's new in siding 2018. Let's go have a look. We're going to be talking on this video about what's new in the siding world. And this doesn't look like siding behind me, but believe it or not, it is. The stone veneer you're seeing here is called Stone Facade. This is by Certainteed. And this is one of the coolest products I've seen at the show. This is a manufactured stone, meaning it's a man-made stone. It's basically a cement product, but here is what's really cool about it. Most of the time, these products are referred to as builders as lick and sticks. You basically put it on like tile on the house. And as a building scientist, that is really not good. We don't like to see that because there's very little drying potential for this. And if it's fully adhered to your weather barrier behind there, if there's any problem behind there with the weather barrier, we can get the sheathing wet, and that is real bad. But check this out. This is really cool. This has an integrated stainless steel channel on here, which means it's got this attachment or clip system, which gives you about a 3/8, almost a ½ inch gap behind here, which means now I'm not worried about caulking around my outlets. Any water, small amounts of water that get in there, it's gonna be able to drain right out. Also, when this gets wet, remember this is a reservoir cladding, it's gonna get wet. It's now gonna be able to dry to the inside or the outside, and any small amount of tear or rip in my membrane back here is not gonna cause a problem now because there's no capillary action to force that in. Very cool system. Now these come in 24 by 8 inch panels, but they vary the sizes. You really can't tell that this is a panelized system. It looks like a standard manufactured stone system. The other cool thing is they make a bunch of these. These outlets also have the clip system on them. We can put all the different things, electrical outlets, dryer vents, all that kind of stuff on there. And again, stainless clip, stainless screw right in there. This is a really cool, very durable product. Nice job by Certainteed. Hey guys, coming to you from the James Hardie booth. We're talking about some new reveals from these guys in the siding world. And Aspire is their new collection. This is pretty interesting. Now this is some of the old things we've seen before with Hardie Artisan, but they've got some new products, some new profiles that I really like. And the thing that I heard from these guys was that they're looking to give the architects a palette of Hardie materials to use on the outside so they can mix and match, they can do different things on elevations, but that it would all be on the same maintenance cycle. That really resonated for me as a builder. You know, Hardie plank, very, very long lasting product, takes paint well. You will have to repaint it someday, but often we're seeing it mixed with wood and other things. And if you used wood with Hardie, you'd have to paint the wood much, much sooner. So I think it was kind of interesting that they've tried to palette everything together so an architects could have an all cement based James Hardie exterior. Let's go take a look at what they've got. First thing I thought was cool was this Artisan with a V notch on here, and I love these mitered corners. I've done a couple houses with Artisan miters, beautiful look. The next thing I wanted to point out was this right here. They've got a profile that looks like a dado on it. I think they call it a square notch, I call it a dado. But this is a big 4x8 panel. I'm not sure the thickness, but it looks like it's thick enough they're able to dado it out. That's kind of a cool look if you're doing a farmhouse. Let's go around the other side here. Next thing I thought it was cool is, look, they're going for the farmhouse look on this display here. They've got the board and batten up top, but down below really caught my eye. Check this out. They've got a shiplap siding profile in their Artisan line. I thought this is really cool. This will do well. If this is a shiplap made out of wood, think about how that water would sit out there. This would do really badly if this was wood, but because it's cement based, they get that shiplap profile. We don't have to worry about maintenance. There's no issues with water. Very cool. Good job, James Hardie, this year. Hey guys, coming to you from the Thermery booth, and they've got a brand new product I think is really cool called Drift. That's this right behind me. You know, I've used some Thermery in the past in their Benchmark series. That's the original product, and if you're not familiar with Thermery, this is a thermally modified wood. They've got ash and they've got spruce, and this is their spruce that you're seeing here on the wall. Thermally modified meaning cooked. They basically cook out the sugars so the bugs, the rot, and the insects are not gonna happen. But other than that, it's just a basic wood. There's nothing fake here, which is what I really like about this. And then this product, this Drift they've come out with, It looks like a barn wood. You know, it kind of looks like that reclaimed wood that architects love, but it doesn't have the problems. In fact, I've actually ripped out reclaimed wood from people's houses before because they didn't like it. It was dusty, it had mold from the old barn or whatever, and it was causing problems. This is brand new wood, but look at that look. It's very unique. And I love that it's real and solid wood. This is the real deal. It's not a fake stuff. It's not 3D printed onto a sheet of aluminum. Good stuff. Now this siding we're looking at here could be used in soffits as well. 1x8 tongue and groove, so you can blind fasten this. I'd still put it over a rain screen would be my preference, but very rot resistant. This is going to be around for a long time. Basically the same length as a tropical hardwood, but a much better footprint. Good stuff. Check out their website. There'll be a link in the description below.
One of my personal favorite siding products here at the show is the Boral True Exterior siding. This is a fly ash and polymer composite, and what's really cool about it is you can go and get this in a 16-foot length. So with two guys, it's very manageable, and you can do those long runs without having the starts and stops. It looks and feels a lot like real wood. What they say over here is it looks like real wood, it feels like real wood, it just doesn't rot like real wood. The ends don't need to be primed, and they can be butted completely up against each other. It's a very stable product. It's not going to expand and contract like other siding products out there. What really sets this apart is the integrated rain screen on the back side. So there's these grooves that have been milled into the back side, and this can be mounted either vertically like I'm holding it now, and these grooves will carry the water down and out, or you can do it horizontally, and they have the scallop feature which allows the water to drain through this way as well. You can put it right on your house wrap. When it rains, the water will get behind there, run down outside of the wall, and it'll dry, and it'll make a very long-lasting, beautiful finish. I really like this product by Boral. So while we're talking about siding, Boral's got a couple of really cool products that I want to show you, starting with the Boral Versetta Stone.
So Versetta Stone is a panelized stone veneer. It's manufactured by Boral and is a sister product to our other product, cultured stone. Boral's been manufacturing cultured stone for over 65 years, and what Versetta is the next evolution in technology. It's a panelized stone veneer. It installs mortarless, mechanically fastened, and has its own built-in rain screen. The material itself sits off the wall a 1/4 inch and provides a drain plane for moisture evacuation. One thing that you'll notice is the panel sits off of the wall a 1/4 inch. There are weep holes stamped within the nailing flange itself. There are two main parts and pieces to the Versetta Stone system. There's a flat panel, which is this panel here. They're typically a male and a female dovetail. They'll come together, marry, and mimic a mortar joint. The second part is a universal corner, and I will install that one next to come in over the top. It has its finished and textured end, overlapping the side. And then here we have our finishing piece, our sill cap or roll lock. In this single panel we have 15 stones. These 15 stones can be installed with 4 fasteners, alleviating the need for mortar, lath, and a dedicated trade.
So while we're talking siding, we're still over here at the CertainTeed booth with a really neat product and one of the coolest people that I've met here at the show, Kelly Warren. Kelly, why don't you talk to us a little bit about Icon composite siding?
Okay, well, you know what? As a builder, you know that moisture is your enemy, especially with wall construction. The thing that sets Icon apart from all of the other types of products out there is the fact that this product has such a low moisture absorption rate that you can do things like butt a panel this tight together. You can't do that with other competitive siding products out there, and that reason is because of the lack of moisture absorption. That lack of moisture absorption also means that this product doesn't perform the way, say, a wood composite or a fiber cement product would on the wall. The lack of expansion and contraction is what allows us to butt this panel tightly together. It also means that over time this panel's not going to delaminate, crack, or peel. So you get a whole host of function and performance attributes with this type of product that aren't previously available in other types of products.
Yeah, what I really like is this seam here is so clean. You can't do that with a lot of the different products out there where you have to leave that expansion gap and then you caulk it, and then as it ages, you get a change in color, and you start seeing those more predominantly than what you would when it was brand new and first painted. Does this come in any other forms than siding, this material here, if you want to do something for eaves or anything like that?
Right now, this is a siding only product, and it's available in a 7-inch exposure, and it has this natural wood grain. The product comes primed, but who's to say what will become in the future?
All right, so that is one of the coolest sidings that we have seen at the show. Go check it out over at Certain Seed.
In summary, Jordan and I saw some really interesting new siding products. But one trend I want to mention that I really liked was that a lot of these products now are coming with an integrated rain screen. That is a good thing. Anytime we can get an air gap behind our cladding, we're going to promote good drainage, we're going to have good airflow for drying back there, and it's going to reduce the load on the weather-resistant barrier for being perfect. And lastly, it eliminates the need for caulking on the outside, because now we're not worried about water getting back there. It's going to fall out harmlessly. It's not going to get to the sheathing and wet our houses. This is good stuff, guys. As a building scientist, I'm really happy to see that. Reporting on behalf of the Journal of Light Construction, this is The Build Show, coming to you from The Builder Show.